Good morning, students. Today, in this class of English language subject, I will explain you the topic clause. So let's begin. Now, what is a clause? A clause is comprised of a group of words which include a subject and a finite verb. We can also say that a clause contains only one subject and one verb. So let's see how we can identify the clause. How to identify a clause? Clause is always a group of words. Subject-verb combination exists in a clause. It has a complete meaning by itself. Unlike phrases where we did not have subject-verb combination and the phrases did not depict complete meaning, clauses are just opposite. It has the subject-verb combination and it has a complete meaning by itself also. Now let's take an example. Mohit eats banana daily. Now in this example, we can clearly see that it is group of words. Then the second thing which we see is that Mohit is a subject. Eats is a verb. So in this sentence or group of words, there is a combination of subject and verb also. Now Mohit eats banana daily. It makes a complete sense by itself. So it is fulfilling all three rules to identify a clause. Hence, Mohit eats banana daily is a clause. Types of clauses. Basically, there are two types of clauses: independent clauses and dependent clauses. Now first we will study independent clause. What is an independent clause? It is a complete sentence by itself. It does not need any other clause for its existence. That means it is independent. Now let's take an example. Ram is tall. If we see these group of words, so it is a complete sentence by itself? Yes, it is a complete sentence by itself. Ram is a subject, is a verb. As it is a complete sentence by itself, it does not need any other clause for its existence. That means its meaning is fully clear. Dependent clause. So what are dependent clause? It is a subject-verb combination. It has no complete thought of its own. It is dependent on independent clause. So let's take an example first to understand. I have written whatever you like. It is a group of words. If you see here, in these group of words, we are having a subject, you, and we are having a verb, like. So, it is a subject-verb combination. Then, if we see it as a whole, whatever you like, then it has no complete thought of its own. That means it needs some extra words to complete its sense. So this is dependent clause, when it is depending on any other clause. Now if I add an independent clause to it, you may do. It is an independent clause, and if I add it to the dependent clause, that is, now it has become you may do whatever you like, then you may do is making the dependent clause complete. That means when we join independent clause along with the dependent clause, it is giving a complete meaning. That is why they are called dependent clause, because they are dependent upon independent clauses to make them complete. Now, dependent clauses are of three types: noun clause, adjective clause, adverb clause. Now first we will study about noun clause. What is a noun clause? It is a group of words. It has a subject and verb. It acts as a noun. The format of noun clause can be read as conjunction plus subject plus helping verb plus main verb. In some cases, maybe helping verb does not exist. Let's take an example. I fear that I will fail. Okay. Now let's see what is a noun clause in this sentence. See that a group of words are there, and the first word of that group of words is that. That means it is a conjunction. Then it is I. I is the subject. Here will is a helping verb. Fail, it is a main verb. So when we see that I will fail, it is having conjunction plus subject plus helping verb plus main verb. So it is group of words? Yes. It has subject and verb? Yes. It acts as a noun? Yes. So that means altogether it is a noun clause. Second type of dependent clause is adjective clause. Adjective clause is also called as relative clause. It is a group of words. It has a subject and verb. It acts as an adjective. Now let's take an example to understand. The man who lives next door is a doctor. Now it is a sentence over here. The man who lives next door is a doctor. Now let us see here who lives next door. Now it is a group of words. Yes. If we see there is a subject and verb combination in it. Who is a pronoun, we can say relative pronoun, and then lives is a verb. and it is acting as an adjective. Now, how it is acting as an adjective? It is acting as an adjective for the man, who is the noun over here. So, this is the adjective clause because it is describing the noun man. That means the man who lives next door. So, who lives next door is an adjective clause for the noun man. Last is adverb clause. Adverb clause is also known as subordinate clause. An adverb clause is a group of words that function as an adverb in a sentence. We all know what are adverbs. Adverbs are those words which give extra meaning to a verb, adjective or another adverb. The clause can modify or describe verbs, adverbs and adjectives because it is adverb clause. So, it will moreover act like an adverb. In general, adverb clauses add information that elaborates on when, where, why, how much or under what condition the action in the sentence takes place. Now, let's take some examples to understand it. The first example is, whether you like it or not, you have to go to bed now. Now, in this sentence, if I see the group of words, whether you like it or not, it is group of words, it is having the subject as well as verb, like you like. You is a subject over here and like is a verb. It is acting as a adverb, so it is an adverb clause. My sister, when she is angry, will turn red in the face. In this sentence, when she is angry is a adverb clause. It is an adverb clause for my sister, and it is having both subject, that is she, and verb is there, helping verb is there is, and angry is a main verb. The fireworks show will start after the sun goes down. In this sentence, after the sun goes down is a adverb clause. It is having the subject sun, it is having goes as a verb, and it is an adverb clause. So, we can also say that there are subject and verb both, and it answers the question how, why, when or where. So, if in a group of words subject and verb both exist and it is answering the questions how, why, when or where, so it is an adverb clause. I think students,